Now we have the trainer bracket, the
Yes.
exhibition. Are you ready? 'Cause we're
I'm
ready.
ready. I think everybody's ready. And first up, we're actually going to have Justin Wong versus DK Will.
Ooh.
Yeah, so
What?
yeah, super interesting. First round to our pro exhibition. We are going to see, you know, probably a lot that we haven't seen so far. From what I know, I think that Justin is using Weavile.
And he made it all the way to grand finals in the invitational tournament that happened a few months ago. And DK Will from a Smash background, so we'll see what he has in store for us today with his, looks like Machamp.
Ooh, all right.
Weavile versus Machamp. We kind of saw this happen earlier, I believe.
Right.
And Weavile had, if Machamp can't get in, then Weavile just kind of runs the game, it looks like. So we'll see what strategies DK Will has for us and his Machamp. Because they're at the level where they're thinking about their matchups and they're thinking about the character's weaknesses and what they want to do. And Machamp can kind of stay back and just bulk up, which is kind of an interesting strategy. So he's not really trying to get in very aggressively. He's kind of taking his time. Oh, when he gets the ice freeze.
And what a confirm off of that freeze. Nice defense there. Not getting too antsy on Machamp's wake up.
What a slash.
And again with that body slam. Clearly one of Machamp's most used moves, so.
Right. Oh, and he gets him twice with the Frogadier. Doesn't quite combo off the first Water Pulse, but gets him on the second one, or Water Shuriken, I should say.
And Justin just waiting it out, you know, picking and choosing his places to throw down this ice and getting some much needed confirms off of him as well.
He was blocking the ice, and as soon as he let go, the ice just hit him. Interesting. Weavile gets another grab. Justin is kind of running this right now.
Definitely. Only 44 health left for Machamp, but
that was a great initiation, though. Oh, look at him just chase the He's such he can't wait to get his hands on Weavile.
He really wanted to. And then that assist from Machamp can give him some space. Ooh, that Lariat did connect. And Weavile is hurting now. He has to burst, get some life back, get some space. Machamp doesn't quite have enough burst right now.
Okay, and he's just keeping back again. Oh, because the
but
time.
the time, I
Justin,
keep forgetting.
I know. I bet Justin didn't forget. He was like, yeah, you know what? I don't need to go in right now. Keeping track of all the variables as the FGC champ he is. Okay, the bulk up coming out again.
Yeah, he knows he can stand fairly close to those ice, you know, projectiles on the ground there. So in case Machamp really wants to get antsy and really wants to get in, he's probably gonna, you know, be forced to block.
Oh, wow, that was an amazing initiation. Just runs right past all the ice blocks on the ground. Great avoidance from Machamp. Evasion.
Oh, this is gonna hurt. Oh, but he misses the combo. How unfortunate, but this is good news for Justin.
With a character like Machamp, when they miss that one chance that they get, it's kind of big. It's kind of big. But a lot of patience from both these players. Oh, not quite the right read from DK Will there. Okay, trying to read jump perhaps, but doesn't quite get it. This should be a phase shift. Okay. Okay, the icicles come out again in ice blocks. The problem with Machamp in the field phase is that his projectiles are extremely linear. So if he throws them out, it's unless it's a huge boulder, apparently. But like that, it's just straight ahead. So if you see it and you're kind of far range away, you can kind of move away and avoid it pretty easily. We got the Finnegan to blow him back with his Ember.
Ooh, and there we go. Will is answering back now. And I can imagine all of these games are really going to be going down to the last game in the last round, especially between these types of players.
Right. Because they learn, they adapt. That's the best part of that fighting game.
Absolutely.
Oh man, and another just rock throw in the face of all those glaciers. Nice.
All right, Justin finally finds an opening. He gets Machamp in the corner. Machamp uses his assist to get some space again. He's trying to chase him down. He just wants a hug.
I know, that face is priceless. Just the way Machamp looks when he's trying to grab. Can't handle it. Wow. How many punches did he throw out there? The world will never know.
Oh, now Weavile rushing down. He was playing that keep away for quite a bit, but is in his face now. Stringing him up, gets the throw. And that's going to change the phase again.
Right.
Now
And
he has Frogadier.
immediately into the Frogadier to put some pressure on.
Nice blocks. Oh, another phase shift. And now a burst from Machamp.
Right.
Justin has his, and there it goes.
Okay. And that kind of nullifies the command grab that Machamp had just tried. But he's in the special, and he lands it! This is going to be so much damage because he's in his red zone mode. He's in his synergy. Oh my, he's in burst attack mode.
Oh my
What?
goodness. 95 health left. He is gaining
No!
life lead in that punch.
No!
My God.
And Weavile leaves. I would leave if I got beaten like that too.
He is salty.
Take a nap, Weavile. You deserve a nap after that one. Oh my gosh. It was like Fury punches into the dynamic punch, as illustrated from the crowd member there.
Yes.
That was amazing. I really kind of counted out Machamp, but one burst attack and one good read turned that completely around.
Gave him the first point
Yeah.
of the set.
Yeah. Game 1 goes to DK Will.
And that is huge.
Ooh.
So on to the very next match, of course. Gonna keep this going.
Weavile is so spunky. Look at him. He's like, yeah, you got the first game, but I don't mind. I'll switch it up. I'll go even faster than before.
So it definitely looks like Will has a good idea right now, you know, waiting to find his opportunities, making the most of those opportunities. Ooh, very nice. Looks like that punished the jump in.
Combos off of it as well. Strong string. Oh, pain.
Oh, okay, nice punish on that boulder throw. Gonna call Frogadier, and now he's gonna make him block. This goes in, still blocking, that assist.
That's difficult to avoid. That looks like a pretty strong setup right there. The Frogadier into the grab.
Definitely.
Oh,
Ooh, wow, that was an interesting button. Looks like it covered a lot of space. Wow, the damage.
even when Weavile has the advantage, I'm just so scared for him. At all times, I'm just like, Machamp is going to destroy you. Go away. Oh, nice.
Oh, yep.
Catches him with the anti-air special. Sonic Blade. Destroyed.
And that closes out the first round of this game for Justin. But, you know, I think we saw that last game too, right? So let's see if Justin can keep it together here.
Yeah.
Machamp immediately going for those power-ups, for the buffs. Ooh, nice confirm off of the ice again. Gonna switch phases now. Justin, you know, playing it patient, trying to find some good ranges.
Indeed. Okay, and a nice grab into a phase shift. Okay. Did Weavile throw his ice stuff outside of the ring?
Yes, he did. I didn't even realize that was possible.
Weavile, where you aiming, buddy?
But this Frogadier.
Oh, the countered the first part of the Frogadier part. Water Shuriken, but not the second wave.
Yeah, I feel like using your assist in a dual phase is like ideal because, you know, it's more of a guarantee that you're either going to get them to block or hit them.
Right, especially with the supports that they both have. I agree.
Is that another grab? Did that go through whatever Machamp was trying to do right there?
I guess
Wow,
so.
the pressure. He was just being relentless right there.
Right. And there Weavile looking so happy about his
Right.
win.
Last match, he was looking pretty salty.
Way dejected
This
in
match.
his last match. So now we got 1-1.
Yes, 1-1.
Game 3. Kind of intense. And it really shows that all the archetypes are pretty balanced, you know? Even though we were conjecturing that Weavile might be better because he's faster and whatnot, but Machamp really is no slouch. No slouch.
Yeah, I definitely think all of the characters in this game are viable. They're usable characters for sure.
Definitely. Oh.
Ooh, he was very close to walking on the ice there.
Indeed. Okay, and the rock throw, not quite aimed properly. Oh no.
This is gonna hurt. Oh my goodness, that was just one single
On
throw.
the ground. Man. And the Frogadier assist comes out okay. And he gets him with it, but doesn't quite combo, but gets him
hits
again.
Twice.
Two opportunities there for Williams, or for Justin Wong. Kind of squandered, but it's okay. He's got him in the corner. He's got him in his Fury swipes. That's good that as Weavile throws out more of the ice blocks on the ground, the previous 3 disappear. So you can only have 3 out at a particular time, it looks like. Oh, and he gets him?
He did. He's been very consistent with that lately.
Right. And it's Rob, not quite enough. Not quite enough. Machep quite beefy.
But he really can't afford to take another hit right now.
Yeah.
But at the same time, Justin should always be aware. Oh, another throw?
Right.
He has no fear.
1 HP. Can Machep do this?
There.
The sniper ice blocks from Weavile there. And even though, like you mentioned, that the support gauge maxes when you choose the alternate support, Justin Wong is opting to go with Frogadier. He's not using Eevee at all because he wants that additional pressure at all times.
Right. Ooh, lands in the ice again. He's been doing a really good job at always confirming a hit off of the freeze. So that is really good.
The timing is a little bit lax as well. It kind of holds you there for a good second. And Weavile being fast to kind of dash in and get some start. Nice anti-air slash.
Yeah, he was just
Did you see Machep pose as Fennekin come in? It's like, you got this, Fennekin. I don't need to do anything, right?
All right, a burst from Justin now. And he is just staying in Williams' face. He is not afraid. Going down those projectiles. Oh, and there we go.
Okay, that
was a
much
sick
pressure.
confirm.
Yeah. Just so many things around Machamp. It's kind of intimidating if you're in that position.
He lives. But he lives.
Oh, when Weavile is in burst attack mode, he throws out 5 ice blocks instead of 3. It's kind of interesting. So each of them has different kind of moves even within their burst attack mode. And Weavile takes it. Justin Wong winning game 3, showing that going to grand finals in the Invitational wasn't a fluke.
Definitely not.
No.
And we already have our next set of trainers walking up to the stations. We have, of course, Tasty Steve versus NYC Fab. You know, we've been seeing a lot of this, you know, Steve versus Fab so far.
Oh, yeah?
Like in the other brackets.
That's right. That's right. How did it go? Okay, and we're going to go right into it. Let's go. We got Blaziken versus... Who's NYC Fab going to be playing?
Charizard. Maybe.
Oh, Sceptile?
Oh,
Sceptile?
Sceptile.
The
What do
surprise
I know?
Sceptile pick. NYC Fab pulling out all the stops right now with the surprise Sceptile pick. And they're studying their supports.
Yeah, that was his secret character all along.
Yeah.
He just didn't want you guys to know.
Right, right. And there's so many supports that we've yet to see. And based on how good they are, they have different charging times. So you could opt for something that's not quite as good, but you can consistently use it, or you can do something that's, okay, I'm going to get this one support this one round and kind of bank on that. So kind of playing with the risk and reward with the supports as well. And they all have different moves, of course.
Yeah, I like that some of the combinations of the assists, there's like 2 offensive assists, or one offensive, one offensive, one defensive.
Right.
You know, they give you some options. You know, it's not always just, one for stats and one for an attack. You know, they do have a different, variety. So you just really have to go through the sets and find one that works best for whichever character you're using.
Right. Agreed. Agreed. And you saw them going through even the cheer section. So these guys are really playing with all the subtleties in the game. And again, we have 2 fully evolved starter Pokemon going at it. Blaziken versus Sceptile.
And look at the battle stance from Steve. He had definitely this stance while he was standing in front of the station. But here we go. Sceptile. I am so curious to see Sceptile in the hands of Fab right now. And of course see how Sceptile's projectile game is going to stack up against, the offense from Blaziken.
Ooh, and choosing Miss Magus, and just from a quick glance it seems like a slow attack that slowly moves towards the opponent. So perhaps similar to these 5 beams that we saw earlier, but perhaps just 1 beam from the Will-O-Wisp. Good initiation. solid string from Blaziken. Playing it safe. I wonder how safe that is on shield. Can it be grabbed? Can it be hit out of the little diving kick that Blaziken keeps doing?
Right. Yeah, one thing I've noticed so far today is that grabs have been a huge deal. Like, grabs are really, you know, looking like something to be really important. Yeah.
Definitely. And Blaziken especially seems to get a lot of grabs because he's so up close and personal usually that when he throws in the grab mix-up, you don't see it coming.
Wow! And that did some serious
was that?
damage.
Sceptile looking like Rock Lee just now. What?
My goodness.
Oh, man. That's amazing. I did not see that coming out of nowhere. And those little items you see on the ground boost your synergy gauge. So while you're in the field phase, you want to grab as many of those as possible.
And, okay, there he goes. He uses the assist. I was just about to say. He still has it available. Oh, and Steve runs into it. It's going to come down to this final altercation right now. A counter burst from Fab.
It turns out they actually gained some HP. Oh, how did he get hit out of it? Oh, no.
Did he? Steve is definitely going to take... Oh, I was about to say, he's going to live on that 1 HP. I think not. First round goes to Tasty Steve. But definitely close. And we definitely saw some really interesting stuff from Sceptile already.
Right. And see, like you're saying, the gauge is maxed out at Ninetales, so now his choice is to go with Ninetales. Because why not go with the maxed out gauge? And we get to see what Ninetales is up to. Throwing projectiles on the ground, trying to lay some traps, but Tasty Steve just goes in and gets the grab and gets another phase shift for himself.
Yeah, they've been spending, you know, a fair amount of time in this field phase too.
Oh wow! Did he combo him with projectiles? Sceptile.
Definitely. Oh, like a little Helmbreaker-esque move right there.
Yeah.
And back to the field phase. Ooh, nice projectiles there from Blaziken.
Right.
Quite a bit of a projectile war, but then once they get, you know, fairly close to each other, it becomes a pretty decent brawl.
Right. And I'd like to see more of the speed dynamic from the Sceptile. I feel like he could be using his dashes more, and I feel like he has some aerial mobility that might not be used right now. But he has the definite HP advantage, and he goes into first attack mode right away. So he is sitting pretty. That'll do it. Maybe he shouldn't have used his synergy gauge there because he had such an advantage. Perhaps he should have saved it for the next round.
Because now, look, we have Tasty Steve. He just got a full bar of his own. That's going to be a huge advantage for him going into the very last round of the game.
Right. And actually, Tasty Steve has not been using his supports, even though they've been maxed out for most of the game. Not sure why.
But immediately, just trying to get in. And Sceptile, he's going to change the phase.
Actually, the supports do make you a little bit invulnerable. Like we saw the Machamp doing that.
Is that like an air command throw? Every time he jumps into the air, we've seen that move from Sceptile.
Right. Oh, that looked pretty sweet. Sceptile looking like a ninja right now.
You know, they might be two different characters, but they have a lot of similarities.
Right.
And his first attack is going to do a pretty big chunk. Ooh, half-life gone. Just like that, Tasty Steve's going to take a life lead. Now we have the assist coming up.
Here's the 5 beams again. Oh, no, this is the HP recovery. I'm sorry. 5 beams is the other one. HP recovery was quite good after taking a lot of damage from the burst attack.
Yep. Oh, did he just run up and throw? That is how confident he was.
Yeah, Tasty Steve. Not intimidated in the slightest, but goes in for the Leaf Blade.
And it works.
Right.
Oh no. Lazy.
Oh,
no. 19 HP left.
Yikes. And now Sceptile kind of can just lay back and throw the projectiles like he was doing before. Gets him in the air with Leaf Storm projectile. Oh man. Blaziken, again, not too psyched about his loss. I have the type advantage. How did I lose to this Sceptile?
Yeah, Steve is trying to think this one over. Fab looking comfortable with Sceptile, which is, you know, kind of surprising. I honestly had only really seen him use Charizard.
Yeah.
So really putting on a good show with Sceptile, showing us something we haven't seen before, really flooding the screen with projectiles. So that mixed with his just natural movement speed, his field phase movement speed is great. So for him to be able to just lay down the ball of projectiles and just move around however he pleases, I'm really liking his game plan so far.
Right, right. And you can kind of see the play styles evident in each type of character. Like if you're a rushdown heavy character, you might want to go, or a rushdown heavy kind of person and wrestler, you go with Blaziken. But if you want like a good mix of speed and projectiles, maybe you'll go with Sceptile. So kind of caters to all walks of fighting game players.
I guarantee you pick up this game, you're gonna find a character you like.
Definitely. Sneeze him and he just gets a crumble state. What?
Yeah, Steve definitely trying to do some of those combos that I know he knows, but just hasn't gotten a super solid hit yet.
Oh, tries to read a jump there, doesn't quite get it on the Sceptile's end, but Blaziken punishes that with a grab of his own. And this one does a ton of damage if you're hit, but I think that's all it does, is just raw damage. So if you're just looking for like extra, a little bit extra, like you're saying, there's the red shield.
Right.
Blaziken about to pass his armor broken.
And Ninetales finally in use.
And it's a Will-O-Wisp, but I don't know what exactly it's doing since it's off the screen. It may have... Yeah, it's already disappeared by now. That's too bad. I was curious to see what that was like.
Oh, yes.
Countdown.
The time is running out. Good Fab.
He gets the one grab.
18 health.
Yeah.
Steve was you know, ahead in the life lead, so he's going to be able to take that round. And who won the first one? I forgot already. Fab, right? He won the first one with Sceptile. So
right.
yeah, Steve's one round away from tying up this set.
Definitely, definitely. Oh, wow.
Every time. He's been doing that every time. He's waiting for Steve to go into the air so he can use that. And Blaziken actually, you know, getting most of his really good options in the air, you know, kind of a pretty interesting counter to that.
Yeah, yeah, agreed, agreed. And a lot of defensive play right now, which would probably favor Sceptile because of all the projectiles he has.
Right now, he was just dashing in, block, dash in, grab.
Oh. Pain.
Ooh, that crumple. Okay, here's the combo. Decent damage. Definitely didn't look like he was getting what he was going for.
Right. Okay, burst attack mode from the Sceptile. And a counter from Tasty Steve.
And Fab, I like how he was just going in and blocking, that, you know, moving up a little bit and blocking, trying to bait out the burst because he knew that he had it and that he was going to spend it soon.
Okay, he tried to use the Will-O-Wisp in addition to his first attack, but the Will-O-Wisp, I don't think he knows quite how the dynamic works, and it's a little bit weird. It just kind of stood in place. So off of that, he just continues his pressure string on the corner and gets the win. Blaziken tying this up 1-1.
1-1. I told you, man, all of these matches are going to be super close.
I believe it. I believe it. Man.
Our crowd's still hanging in strong right now.
Right.
Still enjoying the matches. I hope everybody at home is also enjoying what you're watching. Please be sure to pick up a copy of this game tomorrow. The game comes out tomorrow. Well, midnight technically. So be sure to grab a game and play. Join us. Join the Pokken tournament excitement.
The Pokken revolution. Pokken
Yes.
tournament revolution. Oh man, and it's the Wi-Fi, I think, or the online play is what excites me the most because it seems like you can really grind your room. You know, and just get better at it
For
on
sure.
your own. So the competitive scene is going to be kind of interesting to see how it evolves.
All right, so check it out. Fab making a character change. This is pretty interesting. I mean, I don't think that his Sceptile was, you know, figured out.
But I think because the characters are so varied, he might be used to Sceptile's moveset and what he's going for. So throwing in the Charizard might like change up Steve's playstyle enough to where
Right.
NYC Fab.
And
gets
we
an
do
advantage.
know that Charizard is, you know, one of his mains. So it's not like he's just picking a random character.
Right, and his protege, I believe, also played Charizard, so he's well versed in the combo game and what to go for as Charizard. The Fury kicks from Blaziken.
Yeah, you can definitely see the difference in Steve's play against Charizard because he feels, I feel like he can feel the more freedom that he has
Right.
compared to having to block all the projectiles from the last character, the size of
He did it again.
And
NYC
it
Fab.
finished him.
You're my hero, man.
Steve is not happy about that, but they're still having a good time, still laughing. I mean, that's really what it comes down to. This game is really fun.
Yeah. Both of these characters have equal amounts of HP, so they can take a lot of hits, you know? They're not squishy by any means. What? Did you just see Charizard jump over his low kick there? What is happening?
Ooh. Looks like that is like a little hop kick or something. Oh, again with the seismic toss.
Yeah, the two jabs, which would usually lead into a combo, and then he just goes right into the seismic toss, which is a nice little mix-up.
Another run-up throw. This has been something that Steve has been using quite a bit in this set.
Yeah, and his burst attack mode is on, so it's kind of good getting the phase shifts while you're in burst attack mode because your burst gauge keeps going up, and he's getting more synergy boost from the items on the ground. So his burst attack mode is lasting quite a while for Tasty Steve, much longer than perhaps it should in normal time.
And right there, Steve, he actually whiffed his super, but still charged him down afterwards. No fear whatsoever. And now he's gonna take this down to the very last round. Again,
oh, man.
weren't we talking about this?
I
Gonna go down to the
know.
last round every time.
How does it happen?
But it's great. That means we get to watch more.
That's right. Maximizing the amount of matches we can see. Thank you, players.
Yeah, Fab is definitely, you know, trying to get back to the keep away.
Right. Oh, that flamethrower initiation, though.
And it carries him forward, too, so it's a really good advancing move. Another seismic toss.
He keeps doing that same 2 hits into getting a grab right after, so we'll see if Tasty Steve will adjust for that. And Miss Magus comes in, and it's an attack we're not familiar with. So kind of gets some free damage on NYC Fab, but not quite anything else. And another seismic toss.
This is going to hurt. He is in his burst.
Oh, and
Oh!
No!
Oh!
That combo? No! Please! Seismic toss into Searing Blaze! This can't be
Ouch.
happening.
36
It must have.
HP.
It actually must have comboed because it scaled down his burst attack. Otherwise, that would
Definitely.
have been killed if it was raw. That's amazing. Seismic toss into Searing Blaze. Come on, NYC. Or yeah, come on, NYC Fab. We
But
just
that
saw
was an
Seismic
amazing
toss
match.
into Searing Blaze, guys. That was amazing. NYC Fab hooking it up with the crazy technology right now. That was an exciting match.
It really was. And all of these matches have been super close. So we are already bringing up our next set of pro players.
Right.
We have Nairo and Justin Flynn.
Oh yeah, Nairobi. What can he
Coolest
pull out?
name ever.
Yeah. Anytime someone says Nairo, I have to say his full name just because it's quite the sick name.
Yes.
I had to think about my phrasing there. Nairobi. Who
But
would be
yes,
going?
thank you all for tuning in, and thank you to the people in our venue right now enjoying this tournament.
Yeah.
We still have quite a few matches ahead of us, so just stick around and enjoy.
Definitely. And they're going right into it. And Justin Flynn, I believe, is from the VGC Pokemon community, so we'll see how he fares in this type of fighting game.
All right.
I actually don't remember which 2 characters.
Yep, the match is just about to get started. We got the character select screen up and running. Ooh, did I just see Nairo pick Mewtwo?
Did he?
Did I see that?
You too.
My
Nairo, you're
goodness.
making my
Oh,
dreams come
yeah,
true.
don't play with my emotions.
Oh, Nairo. Will he give us the Mewtwo we all so desperately want to see in this?
Yeah, look, we want to see him.
He's just raring to go.
I'm scared of this chair. All right, so I hope he does pick Mewtwo. I mean, there are a lot of other characters that we have not seen yet. Yes, he did. He picked it.
He picked
I'm
Mewtwo.
hyped. Oh, and I think I saw a Gengar pick as well.
Gengar versus Mewtwo. This is
I'm
unprecedented
ready.
thus far in this tournament.
My body is ready for this. Please don't disappoint.
This is crazy.
No, I think it's really exciting because Mewtwo and Shadow Mewtwo were not available like in the versions that they were playing previously. So,
so
now they're
Nairo-
available.
Nairo did not get too much practice with this Mewtwo if he's pulling it out right now.
Well, we're about to find out.
The confidence exuded from Nairobi.
I'm ready.
Let's see what he has in store
I
for
actually
us.
didn't get a chance to see which assist they picked, though, so this
I
should
didn't
also be pretty interesting just to see what he's going to bring to the table with this character.
Mewtwo would never have a Pokemon assist him. He's too
Right?
proud.
He doesn't need an assist. That
And we
would be
got Gengar!
hilarious.
Gengar Mewtwo, I'm so psyched. This is completely new. These are two characters I really wanted to say. And we got the crowd is hype as well.
Yes.
Oh, man. Gengar's Mega Evolution is
Oh
so
my
crazy.
goodness.
Oh, man. All right. Mewtwo looks mad. He's saying, you know what? This is my first game here. It's my first. I'm
Right?
ready to.
This is debut. Mewtwo's debut on the big stage right now.
Okay. Nice.
So far, so good. Oh, grab did not work.
Okay.
Already in dual phase and in the corner against the wall. Good grab from Gengar. Trying to keep him there. Oh, here we go. That was some good damage there from Mewtwo, just off of a few hits.
Right.
Like Gengar answering back. And, you know, he is kind of crazy, too. You know, he has a lot of really interesting moves. He's kind of a little bit of a wonky character.
Gengar is terrifying. Look at him. Where is he going to go? Because he has a lot of mix-up. Oh, he used Hypnosis. He put him to sleep, but he doesn't quite connect anything off of his Hypnosis. Gets the Lick Attack. Connects it with Shadow Punch. Wow.
Here we go. Mewtwo trying to answer back,
Nice.
getting Justin down to only 19 health.
Yeah.
And that projectile finishes him off.
Right. I would venture to say Gengar wins in the projectile battle, but Mewtwo definitely has some tools to combat that. Mewtwo being the standard type, so well-versed in both fields, I would venture to say. Gengar being the technical type, so I think he's more projectile heavy. Very, very squishy, 510 health. So we'll see what Gengar has in store for us. But what I know about Gengar is that his burst attack mode is crazy good. So I want to see Justin kind of throw that out as soon as he can, I feel like.
Yeah, he definitely has the bar for it right now. And he also has his assist, so he can make a pretty heavy play pretty soon. And, you know, Nairobi is still trying to build up his bar, so I'm actually interested in seeing what Mewtwo's synergy mode looks like.
Oh, Mega Evolution, and he gets the Cube Bomb, he's gonna special. Oh, he's gonna go burst attack, this is gonna do so much.
Oh,
How did that not
it
hit?
did not hit, and it was such a good confirm. Even
Yeah.
Justin Flynn is like, what happened there? I was so sure it was gonna work.
Yeah, I think all of us were pretty convinced once the Cubone was coming on his Bone Meringue that it was gonna kind of be a free burst attack there, but unfortunate. And you can see Justin Flynn's life increasing based on what moves Gengar is using in Mega Evolution. A very, very strong burst attack mode.
And
from
even
Gengar.
despite that, you know, awkward super moment there, he still kept it together and, you know, took a round.
Yeah. Okay, and now it's 1 round to 1 round, but Nairobi has the synergy advantage, and he gets the phase shift. So Gengar is kind of in a bad position, and he hasn't been hit yet. Oh, no. Okay, no.
Yeah.
No
Oh,
perfect
no
today.
perfect for you. Justin Flynn's gonna have something else to say about that.
Right.
But
Not
he
today.
is bleeding. Okay, here we go. He's in his evolution. And it hit!
No one knew what was going to happen. It was an area effect special, and Justin was like, okay, I think I blocked it. No, I haven't blocked it. Okay, I got hit. And now I'm destroyed.
Oh my
My
god!
Shadow Mewtwo doesn't mess around.
Excellent.
Oh.
He looks ridiculous.
Yeah, he really does. Oh my gosh.
He
His final
looks
form.
ridiculous.
Oh.
Can he just be in that mode all day?
No, it
Like
takes up too much
forever.
energy. He can't sustain that high level of power for too long. Mewtwo. Man, that Mega Evolution is
I
pretty
love
sweet.
our crowd right now.
Yeah,
They
keeping the
get
energy going.
excited every single time they're on the screen. It's amazing. I love them for it.
Oh,
But
man.
yeah, I think that Justin might be rethinking his assist choice maybe. They're going back to the character select screen, just getting things back on track to start the match again.
Right.
So man, Mewtwo. I didn't see many combos yet, but like we
his
said,
burst attack
it's been
is kind of scary because it's area of effect, and when he had him in the corner there, I don't know what he could have done except for just block, but I think he kind of panicked because he didn't know how many hits the burst attack even was, so he was just kind of standing there. It looked like it hit, and it looked like it was over, and then the the little orb came around Mewtwo and was like, oh, well, now we know.
Yeah.
Lesson learned from
I mean,
Justin.
that's what happens when a new game comes out. You have to get more familiar with the characters and their moves. You might, fight against something you've never seen before. So it's good to at least know what the characters are capable of. You can go through in training mode and, just pick every single character, do every single move, just get comfortable, figure them out. The best way to, learn is to actually spend your time on the game and making sure you're investing that time into the game, because why not?
How
It's
else
Pokken
can you
tournament.
improve without practice?
Exactly.
Practice makes perfect.
Exactly.
Yeah, so both of these players have been practicing a little bit, but the Mewtwo pick was just out of nowhere.
But I'm not complaining. Not one bit. I'm
Not at
actually
all.
looking forward to
Oh,
seeing
the Shadow Mewtwo!
Oh,
What?
Okay.
Justin
I
says,
like
you know
this.
what? I'm going to go your one up. How do you feel about that?
Yes.
And Shadow Mewtwo, a technical character, as opposed to Mewtwo, who's a standard character. So we're going to see some shenanigans.
And Justin Flynn, he is just ready to put on a show right now. And I love it. I'm so glad we're getting to see both of these characters.
Right.
Because both of them were not unlocked. So, this is going to be fun.
Who wins
looks
between light
ridiculous.
versus dark? What? Will Shadow prevail? Oh, man. The regular Mewtwo is just going in.
Yeah, and look how much damage Justin already lost.
Right. Okay,
20.
using Thunder. I don't know what's going on anymore.
Well,
Oh, man. This is amazing.
you can tell that Justin, he just got bombarded in that round.
Yeah.
He did not get anything started, but look how low his life is.
Yeah, Shadow Mewtwo is really squishy, so I think he
So
has
he
a
must-
high technical skill cap. He probably has a lot of crazy good tools, because I know he can teleport, he can use Hyper Beam, and he can teleport out of the Hyper Beam. So he's got a lot of mix-ups, but if he gets hit, he's probably done so. Keep away might be the strat. Oh, wow.
Yeah, definitely, because every single time Nairo lands a hit,
Teleport.
it hurts.
Oh, and he's going behind. Okay, there's the
Oh,
beam.
yes. Oh, this is amazing.
The
My
beams.
eyes are satisfied right now. Oh,
Is this
my
it?
goodness.
Is he gonna go? Oh, did he get it?
Ooh.
Oh, and he's gonna
With
destroy the world.
assist. Oh, my
Mewtwo,
God.
spare the earth, Mewtwo.
Shadow.
Mewtwo, no! Why would you do this?
Oh, my God.
He's you, but in a different dimension. Why would you do this to us, Shadow Mewtwo? Destroying
He does
the
not
earth right
care.
now.
He just wants the power.
Oh, man.
Justin Flynn taking that round. We're going down to the last round of this game. Again, we've seen it so many times so far, getting down to the last game, but what a show.
Yeah. Wow. Shadow Mewtwo destroying the earth to win the game. Stopping at nothing. Pulling out all the stops.
And I can tell Justin's getting a little bit more comfortable with this character, but right now,
Yeah.
Nairo trying not to let up the pressure, trying to stay in his face. Ooh, that guard was almost broken.
Actually, the Mewtwo thing I was talking about, the Hyper Beam, is the normal Mewtwo. So you just saw Mewtwo do the Hyper Beam, and then right after he had to recharge, so he's just kind of standing there. So it's a really good beam attack, but if you miss it, then you're just kind of stuck there having to recharge.
Right.
So it's normal Mewtwo.
But Justin
Oh.
Flynn, okay, activates his burst, gets a little bit of life back, counter activation,
Oh!
and
Okay,
he blocks
all
it
of
this time.
And Mewtwo.
And he
Oh, I got
just
him.
punishes it.
No.
He has to protect Earth.
Yeah.
He cannot let Shadow Mewtwo do this to Earth.
Not anymore.
And Earth has been protected, and Nairo's going to move on. Amazing showing, though, from both of them. That was an exciting match.
Thank you, Mewtwo. Thank you for protecting us once again.
Yes.
Oh, man. That was a really fun match.
That
I'm
was
so happy
fun.
that they chose Mewtwo and Shadow Mewtwo.
Yes.
Thank you.
I feel like I can die happy now, right? Like, that was just exactly what we needed to see.
And we got to see both the burst attacks.
Exactly.
What
was
more
great.
can you ask for? We're
And
going
now-
right into it, and the next match we have will be Rip versus Esam. And Rip is the title holder currently for the Invitational. He has a trophy sitting in his room that says he's the Pokken Tournament champion.
Ooh.
What does Esam have to say about that, though?
Right, he's going to have to defend that right here, right now in this exhibition. And I think I actually saw a very interesting character choice. You know, we just saw Mewtwo and Shadow Mewtwo. Now we're going to see a little bit of Pikachu and Pikachu Libre. Ooh!
Let's do this. Oh, man. And again, the archetypes of both these characters are way different. Pikachu being standard and Pikachu Libre being speed.
Exactly.
So while they might look similar, don't get it twisted. These characters are very different. Lucia Libre, or Pikachu Libre is ready to fight.
Absolutely. And I was so excited to see this because I love both of them, but I also want to see, you know, how their differences stack up against each other.
Yeah. Definitely.
Oh, so far so
Ooh.
good for Rip, though. Getting a nice combo there. Getting some mini projectiles as well. And that lightning, super effective from that range as it looks. That little charge forward move finally connects
And
from
put him in that
Esam.
crumple state, and then he combos off of it. Phase shift again. I wonder what Pikachu Libre has in his field phase, like what his projectile would be.
Right. I mean, Libre does have that Q bonus assist. Oh, pulls him in.
Oh, interesting. He goes for the level 2 mix-up where he gets the hit stun, but instead of going for the grab as you would expect, he goes for the counterattack.
Right.
Esam thinking 2 levels in. Is it too much right now? But
Oh,
so
look.
many electrical shocks.
And he's
Esam
stuck
can't
in
get
this
in.
dual phase because so he's not going to be able to run around.
Oh, yeah, the dual phase is very limiting in terms of movement. Good point. And
Just like that, Rip, he is not playing any games. He's here
No.
for business.
he's out for blood.
Oh, and the crowd's not happy.
Ooh, they're not too
They do not want to see Libre suffer this way.
Just wait till the burst attack comes out from Pikachu Libre. That'll get him going. Nice little phase shift.
Okay, looks like he's trying to find some answers, trying to get around these projectiles, but huge punish from Rip. It's going
Yeah.
to change the phase again, and more projectiles from Rip. Super mobile.
Yeah. Pikachu Libre is having a tough time, and he pulls out the burst attack mode. Let's see what he
Okay.
can make off of this. Gets a grab.
And every time Pikachu Libre lands a throw, he gets a power-up. So,
Right.
you know, he'll power up attack, and then speed, and then attack and speed. So really landing those throws is what's going to put Pikachu Libre, you know, over the edge.
Gotcha. Makes sense. And yeah, Esam is just kind of trying everything he can right now, you know. He's hyped about that command grab. But he did use his synergy gauge already, and normal Pikachu already has a full bar,
Right,
so
and there he goes, activating his. And I like, you know, the changes we're seeing from Esam because before he just really wasn't able to get in.
Yeah.
Now he's trying to stay
Oh.
rather close.
yeah. Oh, is he gonna block it? He blocked the entire
did
thing, and he's gonna
block
punish
it.
it with his
Oh,
own special. Oh!
Yes!
Oh, we don't get
Oh,
to see the
but
cutscene.
we don't get the cutscene. I feel a little gypped, but it's okay. We've got another round and hopefully another opportunity to see it because it's amazing.
Yeah.
And everyone has to see it. It's just that good.
Yeah. But you're absolutely right, because I feel like Pikachu Libre's strengths are in the close combat kind of situations. Because when it's long like that, he just out-projectiles him. He has like 4 to 1. I haven't even seen a single one from Esam here. He's trying to use his counterattack. Doesn't quite work out. Oh, wow.
Yeah, he was trying to use that charge move, but he was just a little bit out of range, left himself open to eat some pretty hefty punishes.
Right.
And now he's really down on life. He might almost, I almost got perfected, really.
Not like that.
We have yet to see one. That's always a good sign.
Right.
Cubone assist is out. He tries to advance forward on the return of the bone.
Oh, that'll do it. That'll do it. And game 1 going to Pikachu with the fighting stance, with the sumo stance. Oh, Pikachu. Sumo Pikachu.
Yeah, he's not playing games. Look how serious he is.
No,
Seriously
he's
cute. All right. Okay. Are they? Oh, yeah. Going right back into it. Thank goodness. I wanted to see way more of this match and this specific character selection right here.
Right. Pikachu
Too
Libre,
good.
definitely a treat.
Yeah,
Definitely
too good.
A treat.
2 matches in a row that have been extremely entertaining.
Yes. I agree. All right. Going right into it. Quick phase shift right off the bat, which might be good for Pikachu Libre.
Definitely is, because he had the opportunity to get a good knockdown. Now he can stay in his space and not give him the space he needs to get his projectile game going.
Ooh. The electrical body slam, is that what Pikachu Libre did? He threw him with his electricity? Get out of here, Pikachu Libre. Oh!
I love this character.
What?
Oh my god. Ooh.
There's that nuzzle
Yes.
again.
Here we go again with Cubone. Okay, advancing forward on the return. Smart again, but Rip was ready this time. Ooh, nice.
Jumped over the grab attempt, yeah. And then Eevee, okay, a pretty simple support there. Just get a little extra life for Rip.
And Pikachu is, they're both in their first mode, and I just want to see it. He's trying to get a hit. Okay,
Okay, he's gonna block it, and he's gonna do this. Oh, he didn't block it this time.
Did not block it.
Pikachu.
And now, Pikachu Libre eating the fist.
Yeah. Destroyed. The cheering dynamic is also something that needs to be delved into. You can choose different kinds of, like if you lose, you can choose where you get a support gauge or you get a synergy gauge. There are some options there as well that players can kind of select based on how they feel the match is going to go.
Interesting. Okay, immediate assist. Oh, looks like he was maybe even trying to punish the assist. I don't even know if that's possible. He just jumped up there and just dove into him. But man,
I think the support, like we saw with that one Machamp where he just was posing while the Fennekin was there, I think the support makes the actual Pokemon kind of vulnerable. So you don't want to use it just whenever you think you can. There is some risk to it.
And Rip, he is on match point. He just needs to close out this round.
And
he get hit by the super.
Another super.
We're going to see it again.
Oh no, Esam landing the one first attack that we all wanted to see, but no cutscene. Great stuff from Esam, taking a game off of the defending champ.
Yep.
And Rip moving on to the next match.
Yes. And so many entertaining matches so far.
Yeah.
All of these characters are just really a treat to watch. It's really fun.
Don't you guys want to see more Pikachu Libre?
I do. Wait. You can't let Pikachu hear that. I'm sorry.
Sorry, we'll put a mask on him. He'll be okay.
Yeah, turn him into Pikachu Libre. But yeah, our next match coming up, we're actually getting pretty far along now in our pro exhibition, and we have Justin Wong versus NYC Fab.
Ooh, an NYC Fab? Okay.
And as you can see on the bracket on your screen, the winner of this is going to go on to the final, and then on the other side, Nairobi and Rip are going to have to play. And then the winner of both of those play each other, and we are going to have our champion. So are we going to see a run back between Justin and Rip?
We'll see if NYC Fab has anything to say about that. Let's not count out his Sceptile.
Definitely not. Yeah, he's got quite a few tricks up his sleeve. Sceptile,
Speedy
Charizard.
Sceptile. Oh yeah, the Charizard, you're right.
He definitely has options. And I think it's going to be kind of fun if he does pick Sceptile against Weavile, which he is. So,
but like we saw
interested in seeing
before,
this.
he might switch to Charizard in the second game or third game based on how it goes.
It's always nice to have options.
Yeah,
you know?
Definitely. Can't go wrong with
And I
options.
feel that way about any. I feel that way about any fighting game, really. You know, try to know multiple characters, right? Have some sort of backup plan, because one character is not always going to do the job for you. So.
Definitely, and there's a lot of counters in this game, so if there's a character that specifically is countering your play style, maybe you want to have a backup just in case, especially with the supports. And we have JC joining us for a little bit. How you doing? Nice, nice.
Yes, they are.
Yeah, I agree.
Crazy.
Entertaining, to say the least.
The very least. But right now, I'm actually really enjoying watching Sceptile, and I really love the way Fab uses what looks like an air command, like anti-air command or something, every single time. He's been so consistent with it.
Yeah, it looks like it. If he gets a jump read, that it grabs them out of the air as they're jumping.
Exactly.
So, quite good.
Ooh, making really good use of Sceptile's limbs and moves.
Oh, wow. That is a really cool-looking grab.
Yeah.
And he's down to 1 HP again, Justin Wong, in his last legs. But he gets his synergy gauge full, and that gives him a little bit more life, but not enough. So Sceptile takes the first round.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
He's very safe. Like that. Right. It kind of just puts out hitboxes, it looks like multiple just traps in the field, and they stay out for quite a while. So I see what you mean when you say he's safe. Oh, Yveltal, no! Oh,
Wow.
what? That area effect is huge, and you can combo off of it? Wow.
Yes. Oh, so much damage. 95 HP.
Right, right. The Frogadier assist, nailing Sceptile, but doesn't quite get any conversion off of it, unfortunately, for Justin Wong, but gets the grab.
Yeah, I mean, this is Justin we're talking about here. You can definitely never, ever count him out. And look how this life lead is already dwindling.
Yo, and he got the double phase shift, so now his synergy bar is almost full.
Definitely.
Which is great for Weavile, and he gets the phase shift that he wants, and he gets the burst attack mode that he needs.
Oh, a huge hit. No
This turn around, he
follow-up,
gets the anti-air that he wants!
Oh.
Justin Wong, the miracle worker Justin Wong, reading everything, even when he was down and out. I do.
Every day.
Jeez.
Yes.
Yeah. Wow.
But that's the amazing thing about having that burst gauge. You know, having that burst mode, it's really going to help you out in situations where you feel like you will not be able to make a comeback.
Right, right.
Yes.
Yeah, getting those 2 reads on the grabs really helped with gaining his synergy gauge, so every hit counts. Oh, that was an interesting kind of movement technique from Sceptile, just popping out of the upward direction and reading the aerial movement of Weavile.
All right, we're back to the field phase.
Right, and
And
those ice blocks are quite scary. He almost pushed him right into it.
yeah.
Huh.
Sceptile just hanging out in the air.
Why not? Right. And Yveltal again making another appearance. And as mentioned before, when he's in burst attack mode, he throws out 5 ice cubes on the ice blocks on the field instead of 3.
Oh, immediately went for that super. And it caught him, does so much damage.
Right.
Fab is going to have to, oh, yeah, he didn't really have anything to help him get any HP back in that instance.
I think like JC was mentioning, maybe he can stand back a little bit and use those safer projectile moves that Sceptile has access to, kind of throwing them out in the field to counter Weavile's ice blocks on the field. Perhaps. Uh-huh. Right, right.
And he also showed us, Fab also showed us how much range even Sceptile's normals have, you know, which was
Yeah.
really good too. He didn't even necessarily have to get super close to still string him up.
Ooh,
So that's also really good.
and here we have the
Yeah.
Charizard switch. So the Sceptile might not have worked out the way he quite wanted. So we'll see what he can do with his pretty decent Charizard. I mean, it was putting on a show earlier.
Definitely. He knows what he's doing with this character. And you can tell, you know, right off the bat that he does.
Yeah, yeah.
His spacing, you know, is great.
Charizard's spacing is kind of crazy. Between Flamethrower and the tail attacks, he can kind of
Yeah.
stay in mid-range and put the pressure on, which is pretty solid. Yeah. Right, right. Indeed, and he gets him with another anti-air burst attack.
Yeah,
He's getting a lot of these right now. Yeah, and Charizard kind of wants to be in the air because he has a lot of aerial mobility, and he has the glide technique as well. So, and the Flamethrower starts in the air, so catching him.
Yeah.
Yeah. And Justin Wong's at full HP. Uh-oh. He's at full HP. Is this it?
Perfect,
Is this
the
it?
first perfect.
Oh, no. No.
Oh, the first one.
Justin Wong.
And of course, it had to be Justin
Of course.
to do it.
First perfect. Why, Justin?
Now, Fab's really going to have to reevaluate his game plan right now. Does land a pretty solid hit this time, stringing him up. Ooh, lands a nice 2-hit combo. But now he has to block. It's Justin's turn.
Yeah, indeed. Ooh, and a fire punch. A little bit charged, I believe, too. And this knocks him out of his Glacier with that.
Yeah,
lure
he
kick.
is definitely staying in his face, rushing him down, getting all these heavy hitting moves. He's going to burst in between that Frogadier assist.
Yeah. Got him. Yeah, that
And he got him.
that was decisive.
Yes.
That was all NYC Fab on that
He
game.
was like, oh yeah, you want to perfect me? Okay.
But again, this
Watch
puts
this.
Justin at a huge advantage because he has all his gauges filled.
Right, exactly.
So going into the third round, that's going to be a big factor because he can just pop it right now if he feels like it, you know?
Yeah. Fab is definitely going to have to, you know, try to force a lot of phase shifts, try to pick up those glyphs when he is able to.
Right, right. There it is.
I mean, look at his gauge already. We were just talking about how he didn't have gauge. He is very close to refilling his gauge already.
Right. And a phase shift continuing in his burst attack mode, extending it. Nice. And he gets him with a seismic toss.
Ooh, and that was actually super risky because Justin could have supered him.
Yeah. But it takes up a lot of time, so I think the synergy gauge just kind of died out with seismic toss. Right.
Ooh, and now Fab. Oh,
Nice. Changing it up. The mix-ups are constant from Justin Wong.
definitely. Okay, he's going to get a little bit of space here.
Nice, nice. Oh, the fire punch finisher after the knock away from Fennekin. Oh, dejected Weavile. Oh, take a nap. Oh, Weavile. Charizard's a big bully. Oh. You'll get him next time, buddy. Chin up.
But what a comeback, though, in that match. Getting
Yeah.
perfected first round and then just completely taking the next 2 rounds.
Very true. Very true.
Yep.
Right. Right, right.
Yeah, you know. Ooh, nice jump out of that throw.
And is that a command grab, JC? The one he just did with the slash through? That's his normal grab. Okay, okay. So the command grab is the other one then. The one where he kicks him and whatnot in the air. Yeah, okay. And Emolga. stunning him a little bit, but doesn't quite get anything off of it. Right, right. Oh, it's surprising that they're not going for the little items on the ground. I guess Justin Wong doesn't need to because he's already full, but I'm surprised NYC Fab is not like kind of keeping away and trying to get his gauge a little bit more high in there. Right, exactly. You got to make the most of it out in the field phase, I feel like. And he blocks it this time, which is pretty good from NYC Fab.
But he kept himself pretty safe by calling the assist immediately afterwards.
Right. And so much pressure in the corner. It feels like the duel phase is just heavily in Justin Wong's favor. Whenever he kind of rushes him down like that,
Well, so far in these rounds, I definitely feel like whoever got their game plan started first was the one who would pull off the round.
Right,
so.
right.
Exactly.
Right. And again, he's just stuck in the corner. And the Fennekin is going to really help with this, with what's going on here, because he's constantly in the corner, and Fennekin kind of knocks everyone away with Ember.
But he's still not able to get out of the corner. He does now, but he is just getting rushed down. Justin's not giving him any room to breathe, even
really
locking him down with the projectiles, too. Lands in the ice.
Again. And he's going to get Synergy Gauge full here. Yeah. Oh, and he caught him jumping again.
He knows. Fab shaking his head. He knows. He was like, why did I do that? I've only been hit by this super like 10 times.
When you're in the corner like that, you're just like, what do I do? What do I do? I can't just stay here and take this. My shield's going to break. My guard's going to break. I can't run out of here. There's ice blocks everywhere. And then you jump in panic
You
state.
feel the pressure. You definitely feel the pressure.
And that's when Justin Wong hits you with his first attack.
Even when you think that you're not, when you think it's okay, I mean, that you jump. He uses the burst attack. He traps you with block stun. A burst attack's coming if you press a button, and he knows it, and he waits for you. It's incredible. I mean, just the tempo, the read. Again, Justin Wong, man. I mean, yeah. And honestly, though, I don't envy. I mean, any of these positions, I would not want to go up against any of these guys. They were like, "Hey, you want to play?" I'm like, "Nope, nope."
And then now, coming up next, this is going to decide who plays Justin Wong in the final.
Semifinals.
We have Nairo versus Rip.
Nairobi.
Nairobi
Versus. Isn't it such a great name, Nairobi?
It is. We
I'm
were
not gonna
just
get tired of
obsessing
it.
over it like all
Not
day.
going to get tired of it. And we got some Nairo fans in the house.
I heard
What?
'em.
Where are the Rip fans at? Let's hear you.
Oh, it's silence.
Oh,
It's
wow.
the Nairo
I
fans
think I heard some
are
crickets
dominating
back there.
here.
Really? So you're telling me that there's no one here rooting for Nairo?
No
No one for Nairo?
Nairo.
Well, Nairo.
There you go.
No, I'm just waiting for everyone to say
And they were
something. I'm like, there we go.
They're like, which person is this?
Like, what is he saying? Nairo? What?
But here we go.
Oh, everyone's chanting
Mewtwo.
Nairo.
Oh man, the defending champ.
Rip is
He's-
like, man,
the
where's my
crowd-
support?
The crowd is against him. He's looking kind of
No,
lost.
it's because he's picking Mewtwo. He is picking what
Yeah.
the people want to see right now.
Right. And they want to see an upset. They want to see the champion dethroned right here.
Oh, look how ridiculous he looks. Oh my god. Oh, Sylveon's actually my favorite Pokemon, by the way.
Really?
So
The ribbons? Is it the ribbons and the
she's
design?
beautiful.
She's beautiful?
Yeah, she's beautiful.
Can't argue with that.
You know, go ahead.
What about Mewtwo? Isn't Mewtwo beautiful?
Mew is cute.
What's
No
wrong
love
with
for the
Mewtwo?
Mew- No love for
What's
the
wrong with
Mewtwo.
Mewtwo?
Look how intimidating he is. No, he's awesome. He's awesome. Every Pokemon is awesome.
So I will say this. I don't think anyone's figured out, Mewtwo's kind of the way he operates. I think they've got it, but if people just pay attention to where the damage comes from, they'll notice that all of his damage is up close. He has a lot of tools to get in.
Right.
But
Teleport.
abuse field phase against him.
Yeah.
Rely on motion, rely on traps, and he's open. And he soaks up a lot of damage too, look.
That's true. I was mentioning in the field phase that Mewtwo has access to the Hyper Beam.
Yes.
Which is a really strong projectile, but then it kind of puts him in that you got to recharge phase right after. So.
All you got to do is sidestep and then quick attack.
But you can cancel Hyper Beam into teleport.
Okay, so you can cancel Hyper Beam and teleport, try to make it safe, that's fine. You can do that, but still, it's got to be, I mean, look, Rip's doing a pretty darn good, it can happen, see? It can happen.
So here we go on standby, just waiting for Rip to pick his assist. And on to round 2.
Oh, he's again single Frogadier.
Do you know what Toxicroak does? Or Frogunk?
So Frogunk. So if he places Frogunk down, he has kind of this area around him.
Okay.
That if the opponent steps in it, he'll get toxic. So in other words, he'll take like a debuff on his stats and stuff like that.
Okay, but it doesn't actually like cause any stun or anything like that. It's just a debuff.
a little bit of stun. You see him go and kind of get hit like really quickly. But
Gotcha.
here, you'll see it. You'll see this area again. Plasma. Don't walk in it. Don't walk in it. See, now his stats are.
I see, and I see the little bar next, the little symbol next to his life bar, the little purple symbol. Oh my gosh! Yeah, the projectiles from Pikachu were really.
He read it.
Oh, yep.
He read it clean.
What a punish.
Oh wow! Still got health though.
Yeah. It's painful. Dude, the field phase, like you were saying, I feel like Pikachu has the advantage in the field phase.
Tell you, man, once you learn the Mewtwo and Shadow Mewtwo archetypes, like they're like glass cannons. You know, they do a lot of damage in their particular thing, and rip. And you know what's really interesting is even like Shadow Mewtwo, his projectiles are so boss, and they can hit you from far away. Yeah, so I would say that Mewtwo is really good at dishing damage up close. Shadow Mewtwo is really good from far away, but if you play them the opposite, you know, they both soak up a lot of damage.
Right.
So as long as you get in and do the proper thing, you can, you know. You can get there. I mean, Rip's got it right now.
Gotcha.
Yep, Shadow Mewtwo definitely has super low life. I noticed that immediately in that match we saw him in.
And Mewtwo's actually kind of buff, with a nice healthy 630 life.
That's right.
Bionic Blade. Oh jeez.
The combos.
Yeah, just back and forth with the combos. Ooh, nice critical hit.
Man.
So doing some good damage, getting that EV assist out, but gonna immediately lose the health that he got back, getting more health off of the burst.
And there's the Frogunk, and
he's not going in.
yeah, he's staying right outside that circle.
Oh, he did too close.
Ooh,
He
he
did
did.
too close.
He was trying really hard not to as well.
Oh, he's probably looking for the read on the throw, huh?
Right. How did he get that hit right after the block, though?
He did.
Pikachu.
Oh, and a good read. Wow.
Even Nairo was like, good stuff,
Yep.
man. You got me.
Nairo's
You got me."
nodding.
Yeah.
Sylveon!
Yes,
Hey!
yes.
What does Sylveon do?
I think she's boosts some stats.
Boosts
That's- yeah.
attractive level
I think
of the
it's defense.
Pokemon.
Yeah, right. Makes them prettier.
Makes them prettier.
makes him more pretty. That's right. I'll take that as an answer.
There we go. Oh yeah, just trying to bombard Mewtwo with projectiles.
Yeah. There. Oh, and here's a projectile that you'll like, Pikachu. How about a Hyper Beam to combat all your Thunder Shocks and Thunderbolts? How's that?
If you want to spam, okay.
Wow.
Ooh, that's Sacred Fire?
Wow.
That's amazing.
All right, going for that burst, getting a little space. Now he's going to be able to, you know, apply a little more pressure, but he doesn't block it. It's okay though. Grab whiffs. And they are slugging it out right now. Pikachu. He lands pretty decent combo there.
Yeah,
Bringing
Rip has
her
been
life.
getting that combo quite a bit. That seems to be his bread and butter.
She's amazing.
What did it do? Oh, HP recovery, defense increased. Gotcha.
Also known as getting prettier.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He just got prettier right now. That's obviously why he has a life lead, of course.
Wow. Saying over.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
I might have jinxed.
Nairobi could go back. Could go back into his burst attack mode, though.
He could.
I feel like he
He's
should.
not.
He
He
should.
With
should.
the 10 seconds left. Is he
Oh,
gonna
is he
block?
gonna-
Oh, he didn't block it.
Oh.
Yep.
Oh, he had some options there, but I think he gets kind of panicked in the heat of the moment.
Yeah,
Good
he
stuff from-
definitely
Wow.
should have bursted there right towards the end, but he had already committed to being in the air, so, you know, you can't burst in the air, can you?
Well, good
You can
stuff
only
from-
burst on the ground, right?
That's true.
Yeah,
you can only
burst.
execute your burst on the ground. So you know,
Gotcha.
for that point, you do. If you're trying to read any kind of jump, if you're trying to read something going in, definitely stay on the ground because yeah, you can't just press LNR in the air and that won't work in the air. So
Right.
yeah.
And Nairobi eliminated from the tournament. I'm sure the crowd is quite displeased. Sorry,
But-
Nairobi fans.
Amazing showing regardless.
Yeah.
And now we are actually going to get the run back of Rip versus Justin.
I know, right?
Oh man.
Wow.
This.
It really came back to that.
It
really
did.
came back to that.
You know, this is. Actually, I was really hoping this kind of would happen also because I didn't want to see the talk that's happening. I don't know if you can see this, but they're like totally talking it up.
Oh yeah.
So now this is Justin's chance at redemption.
True.
Right? And this is really like the first official tournament, like you said before, right? It's an exhibition, but it's an actual tournament. We have all these characters, all the assists, you know, games coming out tonight.
Right.
So
right.
this is the time to get some redemption if I've ever heard any of it.
So I wonder, who's it going to be? Is it going to be Justin or is it going to be Rip?
Oh, I heard
hear-
a lot of Justin.
Oh!
Poor Rip. I'm sorry, Rip.
Look here,
No
Rip's
Rip
like,
fans in the house.
Come on.
Rip.
Here
Oh,
we
no.
All right, hey, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and watch this thing. Go out to some hosting duties. I will leave you two to
All
it.
right.
Enjoy the match, guys.
Thanks for joining us,
Yeah, thanks, JC.
No, thank you.
Here we go. This is pretty much the grand finals match right
I
now
know,
of
right?
this exhibition.
What? And it's again what we saw in the Invitational. How have they adapted since they played each other a couple months ago?
Exactly.
And the face shift right away from Justin Wong, building up the synergy gauge. Okay.
So far, so good for Rip.
Right, not-
Gaining an early life lead here.
Yeah.
Oh, but now he's trapped right. Oh, he used the counter, and the counter pushed him out of that tricky spot in between the two ice cubes.
Right. Oh, nice. I love the mix-up when you stop the chain and get the grab. It's netting them so much. And the 5 ice blocks go down, and does he get it?
He did.
He gets it off the ice hit conversion.
Very nice. Ouch. So much damage. 14.
Yes. Unfortunately, that was scaled. If that was raw, that might have killed him, but still a nice, healthy lead for Justin Wong going into the game 1, round 1.
But look at Rip. He is not going down without a fight, using that EV assist to get a little bit of life back.
And the
Also-
burst attack
yep.
mode even gives you a little bit of life back, it looks like. So
So really hanging in there, really doing what he can.
Justin Wong's kind of saw that coming, and he hits him. Doesn't get a combo off of it. Oh, the lunge back
Yep.
forward slash.
And did you see that spacing, though?
Yeah.
He definitely backed up purposely so that it hit him just right at the right distance.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. Good spacing from Justin Wong. Good recognition. And Weevil's ready to go. Did you see his fighter stance? Jeez.
All right, Rip using his projectiles to slowly make his way in. However, Justin's really excelling here in the close range. Huge combo, missed opportunity there from Rip. And Justin's synergy gauge is maxed right now.
Right, and he gets the phase shift as well. Okay, a little bit extra HP for Pikachu along with attack increase. He's messed up the timing a little bit on the Frogadier assist. Frogadier support. Oh.
Yeah.
And as mentioned before, when he is in his burst attack mode, he does 2 thunders instead of 1. 2 lightning jolts.
Right.
Everything is powered up for Pikachu right now.
And his gauge is almost out. Oh, he used that attack right at the last second. His gauge was almost done.
Ow.
So much damage too, of
I
course.
know. Oh, and he gets him again. Doesn't quite get enough, but he gets the phase shift.
Yeah, and Rip is just gonna have to fight this fight. He has no real options, no assists, no
Oh, that Frogadier assist was almost the MVP.
one health left, and he gets
No.
a major hit.
Okay.
But the phase shift
is-
saved Justin.
Is Justin going to take the first game? 7-1?
7-1.
Any hit
And
goes?
he has Eevee. Rip
Okay,
has
the Eevee is actually going to be really potent. Is he going to let him? Oh. Didn't allow him to use his Eevee. As we mentioned before, using your support character kind of puts you in a vulnerable position, so he didn't have the chance. That's intense.
Yeah, that was close.
Oh,
You know, we're
man.
always used to Justin being the one making the comebacks, but Rip, he was right there with it.
Right. Rip, no slouch.
So here we go. On to the next match. So, quick question. This is the final match. Is it going to be 3 out of 5?
That's a good question. I think it is 3 out of 5. That's, I believe, how they did it in the Invitational.
Well, we do know now that Justin has 1 point, so
right.
we'll all keep count together.
Yes. Oh, and another nice grab. He's just reading whatever Rip is doing and doing the opposite and the counter of it. Like we talked about earlier, the rock, paper, scissors.
Right.
Grab beats shield. There's the EV.
Yeah, you'll definitely notice a lot that Justin really only uses that assist in the dual phase.
Yeah,
yeah. Pretty much, you know, almost every single time he's used it, it's been in a dual phase.
Right, right. And kind of a decisive victory from Justin Wong on that one.
Definitely.
Showing that, you know, Weavile is not something to be trifled with by any means.
I mean, it's hard to believe that, you know, just a few months ago, Rip was the one taking the tournament with this dominating performance that Justin is putting on right now.
Oh, wow. See, the EV kind of left him vulnerable, and he just gets
Right.
a big slash off of it. And yes, it is a 3 out of 5 set, as you pointed out.
We have confirmed it for you guys. And oh, I look away for a second, and look, Justin is landing his burst mode attack again, getting all 5 of those ice cubes out. Rip trying to use Pikachu's counter, and here we go. Oh, actually using Progadier in the field phase this time. All right, I was wrong, guys. But wow, what a slugfest right now.
Yeah, they're going at it.
But here's Rip's opportunity to try to pull the life lead in his favor.
And you see Justin Wong just kind of going away, kind of letting his synergy gauge just run out.
Right.
A smart move, because if you get hit, it increases your synergy gauge. So you don't want to get hit even a little bit.
Right. Rip definitely just let the super go right at the end of the gauge, just because.
Might as well.
Might as well. But it looks like Justin is just dominating right now. 1 HP left for Pikachu.
And the icicle snipe again.
That is game 2 for Justin. Is he about to sweep this right now?
Oh my gosh. And if you notice, the way he's using the ice blocks is right in between the blocks that are on the ground. So he knows that Rip is going to kind of go in between them. He throws it right there.
Yeah.
So it's like a free hit, or at least hitting the shield.
Yeah, Justin is doing a perfect job at just covering his ground, you know, limiting Pikachu's, you know, opportunities to run, opportunities to be annoying, and, you know, for Rip to set up his game.
Yeah. And we don't see too much of Rip's bread and butter combos, because he has one really strong string, but he can't even get in to get it started. The projectile game and the trap game from Justin Wong right now is stellar.
All of this damage right now. Pikachu is just stuck in the corner, finally bounces out. More ice on the ground.
Oh, and is this going to be a perfect, the third game perfect?
No, not quite.
No,
Rip
not
is
today.
not going to let that happen to him.
But see, that's that bread and butter that's really good for Rip, but he hasn't had quite a chance to get it, unfortunately. Oh, okay. Nice counter from Rip. Can't use that slash so many times, Justin Wong.
Ooh, still got the confirm off of that freeze.
And burst attack mode's going to come out from Justin, and then... Oh, he just grabs it. Wow. The ultimate mix-up.
Well, I guess he definitely went that route because there was a moment there where they stared each other down. They were both blocking. He's like, okay, you want to block?
Yeah.
I got you.
Right. And actually, it makes sense for him to save his synergy gauge because he was pretty confident that he could wipe out Rip's last remaining life points without having to use that. So now he's sitting comfortably. They both have their gauges filled.
Just bombarding Pikachu on Wake Up with these slashes. Just all over the place. He is not letting him breathe, not letting him move. Rip is not getting an opportunity to play right now.
Poor Rip.
He has to use all his options to get as much of that health back as he can.
Oh no, that desperation burst attack from across the stage.
Yeah.
Okay, he's getting something started. At least the burst attack kind of got him close in range, but now he gets his burst attack mode on Justin Wong with the Frogadier. And the grab. Oh!
Gets the throw right in between
Is he going to finish it?
Rips.
How is he going to finish it?
Oh,
is he gonna read
really?
It? Oh, and he finishes it with the first attack.
Justin Wong taking the pro exhibition
convincingly.
in style. Yeah, it definitely sweeped it completely. and
3-0?
redeeming himself.
3-0
Yeah,
for Justin
3-0.
Wong. Do you have to be a champion at every game, man?
Right.
Come on. Well, good
Some
stuff for
people
Justin
are
Wong,
just
showing that.
blessed. Let's bring the winner of our pro exhibition
Yay, Justin
up
Wong.
to our little station here.
That's good, dude. There you go.
So tell us, why was this so free compared to a couple of months ago?
Wow.
You know what the problem is that I kept having to hear him saying I'm the best for months,
Oh.
and I'm sorry, that's over. That's over.
The rivalries have begun.
The rivalry definitely has begun.
Yes.
So I'm actually really happy because I'm a very big Pokemon fan. I definitely collected all the Pokemon in general.
Nice.
Yes, yes, I hear the crowd. They're like,
Yeah,
"Woo."
I'm the one that goes to McDonald's and get those legendaries, you know.
That's awesome, though. So, I mean, how do you feel about the game? It's coming out tonight at midnight.
I'm really excited about the game just because it's at Evolution. And
That's
it's also
true.
supported by Pokemon. So because of that, I'm going to be traveling to just Pokemon Nationals to compete in it and also try to win the EVO title for Pokken.
All
Nice,
right,
nice.
let's go.
And-
Thank you.
How do you feel about the training aspect of this tournament? How did you enjoy being a trainer?
I loved it. Like, I'm a very big fan of just training people, working with people, and also just seeing people succeed. So when I was with Ayame and Broderick, it was really fun. And I was really sad because that poor little girl took my heart, and she felt really bad.
Right.
So I do want to play with her again, especially when the game comes out. Hopefully we can play online together.
That's very sweet.
And also, now I have to see my boy Broderick win. We worked a lot in the training session, and he's definitely going to take a regard for it, just saying.